Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today I wanted to do an unboxing and review of the new Lando Calrissian action figure based off of the new Solo movie coming to theaters real soon. Now if you look at this Lando Calrissian figure is actually based on a younger version of him that is being played by the actor Donald Glover. Now in the front of the packaging you can see he's really nicely displayed with all of his accessories right here in the window box with a little design of Lando on the front. And if you look to the side, it's the same box that they usually use for all other Black Series. And right here you can see that he's number 65 of this line. And as it says, Lando Calrissian, smooth and sophisticated, Captain Lando Calrissian stands ready to retire from the life of smuggler and instead become a full-time gambler, or for sportsman as he calls it, shuffling from card game to card game across the galaxy. This is a very nice looking action figure, and as you can see inside, it looks really nice displayed with this entirety of accessories. And I gotta tell you, that head sculpt looks really cool, so let's just get it out and take a better look. Here we have Lando and its nice little clamshell. Really this nicely displayed, everything is held in place really nicely. Let's get him out. Little guy. There we go. Look at that. Even that pose right there came out really smooth. And we have his gun. And here we have Lando out of the packaging. And I gotta tell you, this guy just screams out smooth. I mean, if you just think about the word smooth, you see the face of Lando Calrissian. And as you can see right here, he is very stylized in the way that you would think Lando Calrissian would be stylized. He does have a black cape, which is really nicely sculpted, and as you can see, he also has a sculpted scarf, and they very nicely flow on him downward, so it makes it look like it's just hanging on him, and they don't fall out whatsoever, and they are removable. He also comes with a gun on his right holster, and it looks really nicely hidden with the cape, but it's also there in case he needs it when he's fighting everybody else. And I gotta tell you, this head sculpt looks pretty cool, but let's just actually take a better look at this guy and see how awesome or smooth he really is. Now taking a look at Lando, you can see right here he does sport a nice cape, and it is removable. It is very flexible, and it is blue on the inside, similar to that how his other cape that he wore in Empire actually had blue on the outside and was gold on the inside. But this looks really nicely done. It's really nicely sculpted, and it does come off on him. Put that aside, and we have here his nice little scarf, which is molded really nicely, and it just flows downward, and it does like come down very nicely. It does have a problem. It does, because mine came a little warped in the packaging. It does want to stick out a lot more than I hope it would, but as you can see, it looks really cool, and it is also removable. You just gotta easily just yank it off, and there you go. Just put that aside. This is really awesome. I mean, it's coming out very yellowy on the camera, but the color yellow is really nice. And you see how he has this little flap over his chest open, so it looks like it breaks down all the yellowness from across his chest, and it just divides it so you can see different like textures and stuff and the way it looks. But I am mostly impressed with this head sculpt. Now taking a look at this head sculpt, I gotta tell you, he looks amazing. I mean, just the way he was sculpted, and the fact that this new print technology works really well in favor of the figure. Let's see if we can get that. It just looks really awesome, and it does have a great resemblance to Donald Glover. And as you can see, the hair, the sculpting of the hair is really nice. It's parted a certain way as he does it in the new film. And what I really like the most is the fact that I was able to find this guy with really nice looking eyes. His eyes are a little glossy, and they are very nicely pixelated. I want to say they're very accurate to his face, so it's not off by any chance. And then you have the nice facial hair, which looks really soft, not too hard whatsoever. You have that nice upbrow look right here, which kind of gives you like, what did you just say? Kind of look to Han or whoever he's talking to. But it's really nice is that if you look underneath the neck area, you can see they also sculpted and lightly painted on the neck, so it makes it look like he has a 5 o'clock shadow that goes all the way down his neck, which is really nicely like really cool. It has nice attention to detail, as you can see right there. It goes down towards the bottom of his cheek to the neck. That is really cool. I think that is awesome. The Han figure didn't have anything like that, But I hope that any figure or any character in the future will have like that kind of detail, so you know that they go together, and just to see how it looks. But as we go on top, you can see the sculpting of his shirt is really nice. It's really yellowy. The torso and the top part of his chest kind of look off in color yellow. I'm not sure if it's coming out on the camera, but it looks like this was molded in yellow and this was actually probably black and painted yellow. And it doesn't look quite the same, but I mean, it still looks pretty darn good in my opinion. As you keep going down, you see his nice looking belt right here that holds his gun in his holster. You can see the long sleeves right here are pretty cool. They kind of look like, I look at these sleeves and I think of pirate sleeves. I don't know why. Kind of feel like, or something, fancy. And as you can see right here, he's got nice black pants. Look really nicely sculpted, and it's really nicely sculpted right here in the joint, so it looks like it doesn't break up the sculpting whatsoever. So that's really nice of them to do. And as you go down here, you have his nice glossy looking shoes. That's really cool. If anybody was supposed to have shiny shoes, it's gotta be on Lando, obviously. You look right here, and you have this other accessory, which is his gun, and it actually comes apart. I did not know that. Look at that. Either I broke it or it comes apart. But let's take a look at that really quickly. It's stuck. All right, there we go. And just taking another closer look at the gun, it's nicely sculpted. It's all in painted silver. I'm not sure if it's molded in silver, but it looks really nicely done. It shines really cool, and it looks like it has what I want to say either a longer barrel or a suppressor, because it does come off and it looks like it comes back in. It doesn't look like it's got anything that shows how it's supposed to go in, but it just pops in there and holds really nicely. It's a nice looking gun. Now the articulation on this guy is really, really good. He does have a new dumbbell joint or something, but it looks like the bottom of his neck is moving too. I'm not sure if it's broken or something, but you can move him around really nicely, so you can get him in nice little postures, up, down, side to side. His hand will go up. It does go all the way around. It does not have a bicep swivel, unfortunately. It does have a nice bend in the arm, similar to that of Han. He does go pretty far up, which is really nice, and it swivels. He also has a swivel and hinge on his hands, both of them. He's got a torso that just turns, and it doesn't move quite forward, but it does turn side to side, which is okay. No waist swivel whatsoever. You see that he has his legs that can go far up and go a little bit back, not too much. He's got a upper thigh swivel. He's got a double jointed knee, and the breaking of the sculpt doesn't really affect it too much. It does look a little ugly right here, but I mean, that's what they can do usually. It looks really bad on the side, actually. And you see that he does have a foot that goes a little bit up, pretty far down, and he's got the ankle swivel, or the ankle pivot. But it's overall a really good figure, and it's like you can get him in a really good stance right here. Like you can have Lando more or less thinking to himself about pondering what to do next. And just one more thing I wanted to mention, as I was looking this figure over, I was mentioning how there's something, seems like my neck was coming up off, and apparently it has another joint right there, and I slightly popped them off. So you can see Lando's head does come off. So he's got a lot more articulation due to that. So he does come back on easily. Come on, there we go. He goes back on, and so because of that, his neck does do a lot better movement than any other figure we've had before, and I really hope that they start using this kind of technology in the future for other figures. And here I have Lando Calrissian setting to the other two figures that I've reviewed from the Solo movie. We have Han Solo and we have Chewbacca. And putting them next to each other, you see they scale very nicely, and it's really, really cool figures. I gotta tell you, this line looks really amazing, and the fact that this is one of the first waves, I believe, that's implementing the new print technology, it is really worth buying them, especially for the $20 price point on them. Because, I mean, they look like little doll. I mean, I don't want to say dolls, but they look like little, like children cartoon characters at first. But now with this print technology, they looks like little human-sized people, and it's really cool. And I really like the fact that I was able to find Lando, and especially with a really good paint application on him. I did find another one before, but it was very glossy all over the face, like he had just been running a marathon or something. But that's just nuts. Anyways, this is just great. I really was happy to get this Chewbacca from Target and find Lando and Han Solo and the same Target to be exact. So it was really awesome find. But this is just one of the great waves out there. But if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. If you like this video, please press the like button. And I just want to say thanks a lot for checking this video out. And have a good day and keep collecting.